Hello, my name is Ed Sexton, and I'm the counselor here. We have in our counseling session Savannah and Regina. Regina being the mom, Savannah the daughter. Now what I'm going to do is I want to pass this around, and I want you to sign the intent form, because what we're going to be doing is we're going to be videotaping. Okay, Regina. Okay. All right. Another thing I've passed out to you guys is I've passed out two tools. I passed out a self-esteem journal that you received 2 weeks ago. And then I have passed out a sentence completion that I'm giving you today. Now what we're going to do is we're going to kind of see, I gave you this as a homework assignment, and I wanted you to fill this out and complete it. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go over your answers. Okay? Any questions on what we're going to do so far? Okay. I hope everybody's doing well tonight. Has anything changed since we last talked? Have you had any outbursts from Savannah? Or
She's had a few.
can you kind of, I know the last time we had talked, you had mentioned to me about she had some anger issues. Can you kind of go over a couple things that had happened since we were there?
Well, sometimes if she doesn't get her way, or if I don't, give her what she wants when she wants, she'll get mad and she'll act out.
Okay, act out how?
She'll yell and scream and throw a tantrum and cry.
And this is where you give in to her, correct? Savannah, how do you feel about that? Do you feel like your mother's a pushover? Your mother just described that you pitch a fit, you have tantrums and things like this, and then until you get your way, and then she gives in to you. Do you care to comment on that? How does your dad treat you? Does your dad give in to you like your mom? Okay, sometimes. If you were to put a percentage on how much your dad gives into you, being, or if you were to put a percentage how much your dad gives into you, what would it be?
Like from 1 to 100, how much does Daddy give into you? Like half of the time, or most of the time, a little bit of the time? Half?
So, do you act differently toward your father than you do your mother? I'm sorry? Did you say yes? How do you act differently to your father than your mother?
You can talk about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Your dad's more stricter? Okay. How is he more strict? With punishment or?
He tells my mom to not give in to me, and sometimes my mom just wants to just calm me down.
Is that true, Mommy? Okay, so your husband tells you not to give in as much. Okay, does your husband know you give in? Okay, are there times you hide it from you? Why?
Why? 'Cause it's just easier.
Let's define one thing here. Let's define the family unit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? A family, in your opinion, what does a family consist of?
Mother, father, and children.
Okay, you said father, right?
Mm-hmm.
Savannah, what does a family consist of?
Mommy and daddy, a child, and pets.
Okay. You said a key word there. Father.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what I'm gathering is that you give in to Savannah without your husband knowing a lot of times.
Mm-hmm.
And you kind of pacify her
Mm-hmm.
just where she would not complain. Why do you do that?
It's just easier than arguing.
I don't like to bring things up, but I think this is something we need to do. When you were raised, how were you brought up? Were you brought up the same way?
No.
I understand you had a lot of brothers and sisters.
Mm-hmm.
How were you brought up?
Very strict.
Okay, give me, define strict.
Well, I mean, your room was always cleaned and you helped with the chores around the house. You had a curfew. You know, don't do anything that your parents wouldn't approve of.
Okay, you said the room was clean.
Mm-hmm.
I understand you're having issues with her keeping the room.
Mm-hmm. It's
Okay.
a mess.
Are you giving her the responsibility of cleaning that room?
I keep asking her to.
You ask, but do you reinforce?
Mm-hmm.
How?
I tell her to go clean her room. I've already asked you, go clean your room.
You don't reinforce any kind of punishment when she does not?
Mm-mm.
Why?
I don't know.
Is it because she's the only child?
Mm-mm. No. I just want her to be happy.
Okay, you just want her to be happy, but
Mm-hmm.
do you feel like that is instilling a responsibility in her?
Mm-mm. Nope.
Savannah, how do you feel about that?
Like when my mom doesn't talk, when my mom tells me to clean my room, I don't want to, and sometimes it just doesn't look like it needs straightening up, and I don't do it.
You don't?
Mm-mm.
Why?
I'm too lazy.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you.
I'm too lazy.
She's too lazy.
Okay. Do you reinforce that laziness?
At times I do.
Do you do it subconsciously or consciously?
Both. I think sometimes it just becomes a habit.
So you develop the habit of just, you don't want conflict, so
Yep.
you let her go ahead and tear up her room.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel like that's wrong?
Mm-hmm.
How do you think we can improve that? I'm asking both of you. Savannah, you first. How can we improve you taking responsibility
Like, maybe, like, punishments or something. If I don't do it, then they would, like, take away my TV, my iPad, my computer, all my electronics. I couldn't have any of my friends, or like, I would have to blind her or something if I didn't clean my room.
Do you feel like you deserve to be punished sometimes?
Before I didn't, but now, whenever I do something bad or something, I do feel like I need to be punished for something I do.
How do you feel when your friends come over and they see your room and they talk about it? They may not say anything to you, but behind your back, they may be saying, oh, Savannah's she doesn't keep a nice room?
I would,
How would that make you feel? Let's pretend like that we've all heard about being a fly on the wall. Okay? Let's pretend like you're a fly on the wall and you go to one of your friends' house and you're sitting on the wall and you're listening to her talk about you. And she says, "Oh my God, Savannah's room is so bad looking. I'm glad I don't live in a room like that." How would that make you feel?
number one, it made me really, really mad. Number two, I would clean my room. I would feel really, really bad that I actually hurt someone's son.
Would that motivate you to clean your room? Mommy, where do you feel like you can improve at here?
Being a lot more stricter. And like she says, punishing her for not doing the things that she's asked to do.
Okay, so you feel like you can be a little more strict.
Mm-hmm.
Your husband, is he strict about that?
Mm-hmm.
Explain what he does.
Well, I'll let you explain it. Go ahead.
Like, if I clean my room, he will yell saying to clean it, and sometimes I don't clean it, listen to him, and
Why don't you listen to him?
because, I just don't.
You have to have a reason why you don't listen to him. Is he a bad person?
It's because sometimes, like, I'm always too lazy to clean my room.
That you're lazy. Well, let me ask you this. I understand you have somebody to come and clean for you on Fridays.
Mm-hmm.
And I understand that she goes in and she straightens up Savannah's room.
Mm-hmm.
Savannah, how do you feel when you come in on Friday and your room's clean and everything? How does that make you feel? Does that brighten your mood, or it does? Talk to me a little bit about that.
Like, I feel happy that, that my room's straightened up and I'm happy that someone cleaned it. But then when I talk about it, I feel really bad that that person had to go through cleaning my room. But when I don't talk about it, I feel bad at all. And when I do, I feel really bad.
So when you do talk about it, what I gather is that you try to brush it aside. You like it, and does it affect your mood? Does it make you happier to be in a clean room, or okay? Whenever, and I want to get back to you in a minute, Gina. Whenever you feel kind of down, the question I want to ask, okay, does it bother you, and I may have asked this before, does it bother you to live in a dirty room?
Yes.
Does it, and it affects your mood? It causes you to kind of, okay. Savannah, does your mother or dad, and I'm asking this in front of your mom, and I've spoke to your dad on a separate occasion. Does your mother and dad cut you down any? They don't?
Like, what do you mean by cutting down?
Prime example. If your room is dirty and your dad will come in, or your mom, Savannah, you're a pig. Savannah, how can you live in a pigsty? You're nothing but a pig. You're filthy. Does that ever happen?
My mom never does it, but my dad does.
Okay, how does that make you feel when he does it?
Yeah.
Bad how?
Like, it makes me feel that I actually am big. It never tells me to. It's just like something just doesn't tell me. Like, like, it just makes me feel like that I actually am what they say I am, and then that just doesn't encourage me to clean my room because it's coming from my own father. And it just doesn't encourage me at all, it just puts me down.
You think your father puts you down? Do you? I mean, you know your father. You told me many a time that your father loves you, and you know that. Mommy, how do you feel about that?
About what?
The question I just asked her about how your husband reacts. Does he, belittle her or whatever? How does it make you feel?
I don't like to hear him talk like that, but I know he's doing, what he feels is right in his own way. We just have two different parenting skills.
Okay, that's a key factor. I'm glad you said that. What is your parenting skill compared to his?
He's a lot stricter than I am, and I'm a lot more easygoing and give in a lot more.
Why do you think he's a lot stricter?
I don't know, because he's had 2 children before, and he's been through it already, and he
So
knows
your
how to handle it.
So your husband's been married before,
Mm-hmm.
and he has 2 children from a previous marriage.
Mm-hmm.
Did he ever discuss with you things that happened in his previous marriage?
Sometimes.
Okay. Did he ever discuss to you things that have happened in his previous marriage that maybe affected his parenting skills with her?
Mm-hmm.
Do you mind sharing that?
Well, I think since he was divorced, he wasn't there all the time, so he wasn't there to discipline, so he's, trying to make up for that now and disciplining our daughter.
Do you think he's being fair to Savannah?
Yeah, I do.
I mean,
Sometimes he goes a little overboard.
Okay, explain an overboard situation.
Well, things that, aren't such a big deal to me, like as soon as you're done eating, putting your plate and stuff up, and if it's sitting there for a few minutes while you're finishing watching the show, I don't necessarily worry about that.
So in other words, you feel like he's obsessive compulsive
Mm-hmm.
on some things.
Mm-hmm.
Does this obsession compulsion feed over into Savannah?
Mm-hmm.
Is that Savannah? Your father's obsession compulsion, does it feed over into you?
I don't think she understands what you're saying.
Okay. You mentioned a while ago, Regina, about parenting skills. All right, you said that in your husband's previous marriage, that his ex-wife was very demanding, very obsessive compulsive when it dealt with cleaning.
Mm-hmm.
And it actually molded him into that type of person to where he was, being more obsessive compulsive.
Mm-hmm.
I understand that you were married before,
Mm-hmm.
okay? Do you mind sharing a tiny bit about your marriage a little bit before?
Well, I had to do everything.
You had to do everything. Explain everything.
Cooking, cleaning, laundry, grocery shopping, everything.
Did your ex-husband help out with anything?
No.
He didn't.
Mm-mm.
Did he ever show you any gratitude,
No.
even if you worked all day?
Mm-hmm.
Because I understand you had a job, and then
Mm-hmm.
you would come home, and y'all lived on a farm type,
Mm-hmm.
and you would feed the dogs and whatever animals you had,
Mm-hmm.
and he dumped that all on you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Does your husband now help you?
Very much.
He does?
Mhm.
Explain how.
He cleans up around the house, does laundry, does dishes, does just about everything.
How do you feel when he does it?
I feel good. And sometimes I feel like I should be doing it all.
Okay. Well, again, we understand that the family unit means working together
Mm-hmm.
as a family, okay? Not as separate entities.
Mm-hmm.
And what I'm understanding here is that, you know, everybody seems to be working as separate entities, even your dog. Okay? All right. But what we need to do, and what I would recommend is that I think what we need to do look at is sharing responsibilities. Okay? I think with Savannah, what we need to look at is you and your husband actually giving her responsibility. I understand that you have given her some responsibilities of money.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when the sitter, you take her to the sitter, and I think they go to movies
Mm-hmm.
every Tuesday. You used to give the money to the babysitter, but now what you do is you give it to Savannah.
Mm-hmm.
That way it builds her responsibility of
Right.
paying for her own ticket, which I really feel that's a good idea,
Mm-hmm.
because that is instilling in her money responsibility and duties. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And did you and your husband discuss that, or
Mhm.
was that a thought of your own?
No, that's something we discussed.
And how did he feel about it?
He thought it was time that we gave him more responsibilities.
He did?
Mhm.
Well, what I'm going to do now is we kind of went through some things that we discussed last time. So what I want to do is I kind of want to go over a couple of things here. I want to review Monday and Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? You notice I gave you this journal for you guys to complete. All right. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and we're going to review some of the questions on Monday. I'm going to ask Savannah first, and then I'll ask you. And then after we do this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you 5 minutes to complete this, and then we're going to go over your responses, okay?
Okay.
All right. That's your cat, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
If you hear a noise, it's the cat.
Mm-hmm.
All right. He's camera shy. All right. Now, let's look at the 3 questions I've given you that we're going to answer for Monday. Okay, Savannah, now these correlate
That was thunder.
these correlate with your between you and your mom. Okay? All right. Number 1, something I did well today. What did you do yesterday to help your mom?
I made her breakfast and I made her coffee
Okay.
while she was working.
How did that make you feel?
When I cook for someone, I feel really good.
You feel good?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Mommy, same question for you in regards to Savannah.
Something I did well. I would say I better stay home from the babysitters, but I think that because I don't get to spend much time with her during the day, so when I work from home, I like to keep her home with me.
Okay, so you work from home 2 days a week?
Mm-hmm.
Monday
Okay.
and Friday.
Monday and Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you would answer keeping her home from the
Mhm.
babysitter so you can spend more time with her.
Right.
All right, Savannah, today I had fun when?
I played pool with my friends and my
With
babysitter,
Mommy.
and then
With Mommy.
my mom played in the pool.
That was after she completed her work, you and her went to the pool.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Mommy, do you care to answer that?
I had fun when we played in the pool.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Savannah, I felt proud when
Sunday?
Monday, yesterday,
What did you feel proud that you did?
for Mom. Cooking for her. Regina,
I felt proud when she cooked for me.
okay. Now let's look at today.
Okay.
Today I accomplished. What did you accomplish today in regards to your mom? Or, tell you what, let's kind of broaden it a little bit. What did you accomplish today that made you feel good? Anything.
So it doesn't have to.
No, it doesn't have to include Mom. What is it that you accomplished today that made you feel good?
Well, when I was at babysitter yesterday, my cousin, which is a girl, John and Ethan, they all had their shirts off, but Lindsay had a bra. Lindsay asked me to take my shirt off and just have my bra on and my pants under. But I said no. And I felt good because I said no for something that I shouldn't do.
Okay, and so you felt like that was wrong.
Because Lindsay's a girl, and she was running around the house with no shirt on, just a bra, pants, and
And that is wrong. Did you tell her?
I just felt that it was wrong because that a boy is okay for doing it because they do it all the time, but a girl shouldn't really be doing it unless they're in the gym and they have a sports bra.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only time a girl can do it is if they are in the gym working out having a sports bra on, which is very long. And only shows half their stomach. Or maybe take.
Okay. Mommy, can you answer that? Today I accomplished what?
Today I accomplished a project at work.
Did it make you feel good?
Mm-hmm. A very long process. It took a few months.
But it's complete?
It's complete. Mm-hmm.
And is everybody happy?
Everybody's happy.
Okay, Savannah, I had a positive experience with what? What was it that you had a positive experience? You did tell us what you told your cousin, but did you have something else happen today that was positive?
I don't think so. Not that I can remember.
Okay, how about you, Regina?
Something positive.
I
A
had
positive experience.
with,
Picking Savannah up tonight, because I always love to see her at the end of the day.
okay, can you elaborate a little bit on that?
Well, it's just, after working a long day and then you come home or you go to the sitters and you see that smiling face at you and they're so happy and excited to see you. It makes you feel good.
And bugging you to go to McDonald's.
Mm-hmm. But you go to McDonald's. Yep.
That's
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Something I did for someone. Savannah, what was something you did for someone that was good?
I don't know what this is, but Lindsay had recently had her iPad and was playing with it because Lindsay said she could play on it, and Lindsay didn't have anything to play on, so she asked me if she could play on my iPad. And I don't really normally let people play on my iPad because I just don't feel comfortable with it. So, I mean, that was the only way to, make her stop asking, so I had to say it.
Let Lindsay use your iPad today.
Okay, Mommy,
Mm-hmm.
something I did for someone.
We went to lunch and I bought somebody's lunch today.
You did?
Mm-hmm.
How did it make you feel?
Made me feel good.
Did this person have the money?
Mm-mm.
Now, I understand you're a very caring person, and you and your husband are that way. You know, whenever they you two, what I understand, have made a lot of sacrifices to people in need, which is a good thing. And one thing I'm glad is that I'm hoping you are instilling those traits into Savannah.
We try to.
You do?
She does have a very good heart, and she does think of other people.
Can you give me an example?
Just like if somebody's, like at the sitters, if somebody's picking on somebody, you know, she'll make them stop. You know, one of the kids is getting upset, you know, she'll step in and find out what's bothering them and talk with them.
Savannah, give me a little example about what your mother just gave me a good example of what you did, kind of like a summary. Can you kind of give me a situation that happened?
Well, this situation kind of turned into a habit, but I had to make it stop. But there's this girl that was in my 4th grade class named Kayla, and her family's very poor or something, and she doesn't have a lot of money, but she still gets lunch, and she needed money to get something, so I gave her money to get a snack.
Okay.
And then it kept happening, and then I had to stop.
I want to ask you the $1 million question. Why do you think down of yourself when you have a heart that big? Because you find very few kids like you that are as caring as you. You are a very unique person, Savannah. Why should you feel down about yourself?
Sometimes, like, if there's someone who can do something better than me, or if there's something someone else can do, like the whole, like, say, everyone in the school can do a backflip. Like, everyone in the school can do a backflip in the air. I'd be the only one who doesn't know how to do one. So I feel bad to start talking down because I don't know how to do something that everyone else knows how to do. And, like, there's, like, popular dances that come out, and I feel really embarrassed because I don't know what they all are, how to do them, and, like, people are all over the world are, like, doing it. And I just get really embarrassed because half the world knows how to do it and I don't.
How do you know half the world knows how to do it?
Because if you see people.
When Michael Jackson was doing the moonwalk, a lot of people couldn't do that. So why should you feel bad for yourself when you see somebody doing something and you feel like you can't do it? Okay, that's a key there because you think you may not be able to do it. Do you feel like you're self-sabotaging yourself? Like you are... Let me give you an example. Let's say if you see all these people riding a bicycle without training wheels, okay? And you think, oh my God, I would love to do that. But then you think, I don't know if I can, I don't know if I can. Okay? I don't know if I can do it. And then you get on the bike without the training wheels, and what happens? You don't do it. Do you think if you were to really have a positive attitude about doing something, you could do it? Do you really feel that way? You ever heard the little story about the little train that could? That was going, he felt like he couldn't go up the hill, but he tried, and finally he got in his mind, oh my God, I'm going to get up that hill. So he made it. People playing football, people running track, people playing basketball. Do you think that when they get out on the court, do you think, oh my God, I don't know if I can make points or not? But and yet, when they think in their mind, okay, I'm going to do it, I'm determined I'm going to do it, then they do it. They accomplish their goals. Savannah, you got a lot going for you. A lot. You are a very unique child.
Mhm.
And you are very gifted. Your mother even tells you that tells me that you write books.
Mhm.
I did actually. I'm writing a 10-book series. I already finished the first book.
Do you know how many kids that are out there that write books? Hardly none. So this ought to make you feel good. How does this make you feel, Mommy?
I'm very proud of her, especially during the summer when, she could be outside playing and, and she does go out and play, but, when she gets an idea in her head for a book, then she'll sit there and she'll get it done. And they're really good.
Sometimes, like, there was one book, no, 2 books that I did based on a dream. But one of them I just didn't want to finish because it kind of wasn't good. And the other one I would write in class every chance I could get it. Turns out that was a really bad book. But then this one kind of changed it because I would usually have like characters like me and my friends, but this time I actually wanted to do something that was good and kind of had a lot of cliffhangers in it. And people would want to buy the whole season and probably make it into a movie and everything.
But again, that's a very unique talent, Savannah. And another thing that I understand about you is you can play a musical instrument. The piano?
Sort of.
Like, what songs do you know?
You can play the whole Gravity Falls theme.
It's funny. And I can play the beginning of. I can play some of the Nutcracker, and then I can play just the beginning of Beethoven.
Mm-hmm.
But they're all self-taught.
They're all
Some-
self-taught.
One from the internet because I didn't know how to do it.
She doesn't know chords or notes.
She
She does
does,
it by ear. She does it by ear.
which is a very unique talent. So how does that, so Savannah, what we're hearing, all these talents, and you still feel down on yourself. You have talents that, as again, okay, what are they?
Singing and comedy.
Hmm?
Singing and comedy.
Singing and comedy?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we understand the singing. Explain comedy.
Like I'll say like jokes from like sometimes around like history times, and there was one where I made up of Elvis saying how they never showed him from the waist down, and I said maybe because he was either peeing his pants because he was too scared, or probably shaking and they didn't want to show.
That's a good one.
And then I make up like jokes and stuff. There was one that I did with my mom.
What was that?
I said not mom,
Who's there?
me.
Ni who?
It's not me who, it's me how.
And ni hao is hello in Chinese.
Oh, that's a good one. I like
I
that.
made another one saying what do you call a fire hydrant in a plane?
What?
Hydroplane.
You are a comic, aren't you?
She makes up jokes.
Okay, for the last thing we're going to be doing, the last 10 minutes, what I want you to do is I want you to take this sheet and I want you to complete the sentence.
Okay.
Savannah, if you would get a pen for your mommy. I'll give you a couple, 2 or 3, 4, 5 minutes, ever how long it takes.
Okay.
I want you to complete, it's only 6 sentences, I guess,
Okay.
and then we're going to review them. Okay. Hey, Regina, what I want you to do is I want to ask you and then I'm going to ask Savannah.
Okay.
Okay?
Mhm.
I was really happy when, Regina,
Savannah wanted to spend time with me.
and Savannah wanted to spend time with you.
Mhm.
And then you were really happy and you put down, my dad was graduating this December. Okay? Why are you happy about that?
Because we're gonna move back to my hometown where my sisters are.
So y'all gonna move back to your hometown where your sisters are.
And my favorite show,
And your favorite show? What's that?
The Walking Dead.
Oh, I love that show. Oh my God. I love that show. I'm an avid fan. Again, let me hear your answer, Regina. I was really happy when.
I was really happy when Savannah wanted to spend time with me.
Okay, how does that make you feel?
It makes me feel good. There's a lot of kids don't want to spend time with their parents.
They don't,
Mm-mm.
which is a good point.
Mhm.
A lot of kids, you know, they feel like their parents are boring and they don't
Mhm.
want to.
Right.
Savannah, do you feel like your parents are boring?
Sometimes they can embarrass me.
How?
Like my mom will, she'll like say stuff that embarrasses me, and then my dad does farting noises in public and blames it on me.
He what?
Does farting noises and blames it on me.
He does farting noises in public and blames it on you. Like, he'll go to Walmart and do a farting noise and blame it on you.
He was
How
like
does that make you feel?
embarrassed and want to fall on the ground laughing so hard.
Okay. That's a good one. Okay, so next question. Something that my friends like about me is, Regina,
I'm very giving.
you're very giving.
Mhm.
Savannah, what is it that your friends like about you? That you are what?
That I'm unique and I'm weird.
You're unique and not weird.
No,
Have you-
I'm unique and weird.
how do you say you're weird?
I'm crazy.
They're goofy.
Goofy.
Yeah.
Do your friends think you're weird and goofy? What do you think your friends think of you?
That I fit in with them because they're weird and goofy too.
Mhm. Exactly.
They what?
That I fit in because they're weird and goofy too.
Mhm.
So,
They're weird, goofy, and talented just like me.
Mhm.
which is a good thing. You know? All right. Next question. Regina,
Mhm.
I'm proud of
My family.
your family. Savannah, I'm proud of moving where?
To Atlanta.
But what grade level?
Oh! I'm proud of moving to middle school.
Oh, you're proud of moving up to middle school now, right?
Hey, I am not excited. I just put that there.
Okay. So you're excited about moving up to middle school.
Sort of, but yeah.
Okay, Regina, my family was happy when I
Made them a lemon pie.
heard you make some killer lemon pies.
Yep, I do.
And I also heard Savannah make some killer lemon
Yes,
pies.
she does. She learned from the best.
Hey, what about my spinach?
Okay,
Spinach
but we're
dip.
going to ask you, Savannah, my family was happy when I, what?
Was born.
Was born.
Absolutely.
Why were they so happy, Savannah?
Because my mom and daddy wanted a baby girl, and my sisters wanted a baby sister to spoil.
And your mother tells me that you were a miracle from God.
Mhm. She was.
I almost died too.
Mhm. So did I.
Yeah, your mother almost died, she told me. She almost bled to death.
Mhm.
I never had any babies.
Well, you know what, Savannah? that is a very, very happy moment for families.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And that's a good moment.
Yeah.
All right. Regina, I know you couldn't answer this one, but Savannah, I'll have her answer it. In school, I'm good at
Being weird and I'm good at math.
being weird, and you're good at math.
Mm-hmm.
What else are you good at? Your mother just explained to me one thing you're good at.
I'm good at
Writing?
writing books. I'm good at baking stuff.
Oh, yeah.
I'm good at playing piano. I'm good at singing. I'm good at comedy. And I'm good at being. I'm good at being Christian.
Okay. All right. Let's look at the last one. The last one states something that makes me unique. Now, Regina, what makes you unique?
I put down everything.
Explain everything. Very short.
Because there's no two people alike.
It isn't two people alike. But what makes you unique in the world? Any attributes, anything like that?
I think just my kindness and my willing to help.
Okay. Savannah, what makes you unique? You're what?
My talent.
And your talents are writing, singing, comedy, cooking, baking,
And being weird.
and being weird.
And being yourself.
Well, what we're going to do is we're going to wrap this up, but I kind of want to go over, I kind of want to find out some things. I kind of want to get your summary on how do you think things went today. Regina, how would you say things have gone today?
I think they went very well. I think brought up some things that needed to be discussed, and different parenting things that can and should be done. That I need to do, and we need to sit down as a family to get on the same page.
Okay. Savannah, how about you?
I learned that
Thank you.
Bless you.
I learned that to just have a positive attitude about things and listen to your parents, because some kids don't have what I have. And
That's
don't
true.
have the parents that I have, and don't have the talents that I have. And that's it.
That was good.
Okay, guys, I'm going to go ahead. We're going to call it. I appreciate your time. I want to say one or two things here, and then we'll be done. Okay? So I appreciate your time.
Thank you.
What we've done here, what we've done is we have gone over the family that I've been working with for the last 3 to 4 weeks. There was some self-esteem problems in regard, and still is to a certain extent, with Savannah. The mother is still working with trying to not give in to her as much as she does. What I understand through homework assignments that I've given the family is that she is doing better about giving responsibility to Savannah. Her and her husband are working together more about the responsibilities of working, building up Savannah's self-esteem. So the family is working on a very good path, and I really thought that the sessions were really good. So I will fill out my sheet and give you more of an explanation. Thank you.